Hi folks, welcome to another Jaws lesson. It has been a quiet week, I know, and for those of you who regularly watch this, why not watch, listen, whatever you do to this channel. If you watch, sorry I started, folks. You're just gonna see stuff that's happening on the screen. If you listen, you might just learn something. Right. So thank you for those folks who regularly support this channel. I have been quite ill. Even now, I am speaking. Well, I'm doing my best not to cough while I speak, because otherwise, you folks will say that no, man, this guy is unprofessional. Well, you know what? Yes, I suppose I am. I'm just a regular guy who shares knowledge. Let's see what the knowledge chest has for us today. Hey, folks, maybe you folks can give me an idea how to actually, uh, how can I say, put a sound to this whole YouTube video thing, where I can actually then possibly uh, copy or put a sound together with this whole video clip that sounds like a chest opening. If you folks have an idea for me, I'll gladly accept it. All right, so I want to just quickly um divert from the actual Jaws lesson here, and I want to just quickly speak about two things that may be covered later on, but I think it's quite important that people know it. The first thing I want to speak about before I give the joke that Sharky usually tell us, or let's get it out of the way. What do you say? I mean, I just like this. It just brightens up my day, or night, or afternoon, or whatever you whatever you fancy. Let's do it. Hey, Sharky, tell me a joke.
I love the F5 key. It's just so refreshing.
Oh man, please, 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 no man, that's not original. Let's try another one.
Alt space.
Ah,
Alt space.
tell me a joke.
Who is the most famous shark writer? William Shark Spear.
No, 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 please, Sharky, that's not nice. Tell me a joke.
Which candy should a shark with braces avoid? Jawbreakers.
Ah, that is better. I think. Maybe you folks don't, but I do. I laugh at lots of things these days, especially this week with this lying flat on my back, not being able to do anything, record anything. Aye, folks, it's not nice. But okay, so I want to speak about how to set Jaws speech faster and slower permanently or just temporarily. Okay, so to do it permanently, the shortcut key for it is Control, Windows, and Alt. Yes, that's not nice, eh? Control, Windows, and Alt. And then the page up or page down. Let's try it.
Faster, faster, faster. Slower, slower, slower.
Now, I did it. And now Jaws is slow. It was faster, and I set it to slow again. But now I'm gonna change from program to program here.
Jaws home. Jaws home use. Windows M. Windows M. Desktop. WinCam. Videos short.
You see the speed remains the same. But let us set JAWS faster now with a temporary one by using Control Alt and page up or page down. I'm going to use page up to set JAWS nice and fast.
Faster, 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 slower.
Now, folks, you get people who really like to listen quick. So, as you hear, now I'm on the desktop.
Folder view list 2, video shortcut 23 of 29. To move items, use the arrow keys. To edit
Oh,
the select line,
lovely,
press F2.
lovely. Oh, lovely. Now I'm going to change to the JAWS program and see what happens.
JAWS home use.
There, JAWS returned to what it was, the speed that it was. Okay, so now there you have it. Control Windows and Alt and page up and page down for a more permanent set of speed, and Control and Alt and page up and page down for a more temporary set of speed, of the speed for the for the speech. Okay, so excuse me there. So let us then now commence with today's JAWS lesson, and today's JAWS lesson is the startup wizard. I want to go through the startup wizard with you. Now, when you install JAWS and your machine restarts, then the startup wizard usually pops up if it's a licensed version. If it's a demo, I do not think the startup wizard pops up. Excuse me there. So you get to the startup wizard by going to your JAWS window. So I'm going to Alt Tab to that.
JAWS home use. To move to an item, press the arrow keys.
And I'm going to press Alt H.
Alt H, help menu, command, search, insert space, J. To move through items, press up or down arrow, C.
And I'm going to press a Z or a Z. I don't like that way, the way they talk there, but it's a Z.
Z. Leaving menus. JAWS Startup Wizard dialog. Help us improve Freedom Scientific products. Would you like to participate in our effort to improve Freedom Scientific products by submitting anonymous usage data? Participate checkbox checked. To clear checkmark, press spacebar, Alt plus P.
So that's the checkbox that you'll get the first time the startup wizard runs. And I am going to uncheck that.
Space, not checked.
I'm not interested at the moment, but you can check it if you wish.
Anonymous data collection policy link. Privacy policy link. Next button to activate, press spacebar, Alt plus N.
Alt N, there you get for the hotkey. So I'm going to go to next.
Space, speech settings, rate 69, left right slider 26%. To increase or decrease, use the arrow keys, Alt plus R.
So there we get to our lovely famous sliders. And we will, as the name suggests there, use the left and right arrow or the page up and the page down arrow to make bigger increments in the speech rate. It's tab.
Punctuation, combo box, none, 1 of 4. To change the selection, use the arrow keys, Alt plus U.
That's a combo box, folks. Use the arrow keys. So mine is on
None, 1 of 4.
none. And let us repeat that quickly by pressing the JAWS key and tab as we discussed last time.
Punctuation, combo box, none, 1 of 4. To change the selection, use the arrow keys, Alt plus U.
Lovely. Let's tab.
Typing echo characters radio button checked, 2 of 4. To change the selection, press up or down arrow, Alt plus E.
And there's the typing echo
Characters radio button checked, 2 of 4.
radio button, which can be checked by highlighting it with arrow keys.
Typing echo words radio button checked. Typing echo characters radio button checked, 2 of 4. To change the selection.
It depends what you want echoed when you type.
Back button to activate, press spacebar, Alt plus B.
The back button.
Next button to activate, press spacebar,
The
Alt
next
plus
button.
N. Cancel button to act.
Cancel button.
Rate 60.
Then we wrap around again to the right slider.
Next button.
Let's go to next.
Enter. Run JAWS settings. If you select Start JAWS at the logon screen, checkbox checked.
Now here is a nice setting where you can set JAWS to start on the logon screen, where JAWS will then start when Windows starts, and then it will tell you what to do when you log on.
Start JAWS after logon for all users, checkbox checked.
Start JAWS for all users. I mean, you can uncheck that box if you're not the only one who's using the PC. There are other users that may use other speech programs or not speech programs at all, screen readers at all. You can just uncheck that box.
Start JAWS after logon for this user. Combo box. Always 1 of 3.
I set mine to always because I'm the only one who uses this machine.
Run JAWS from system tray. Checkbox not checked. To check, press spacebar. Alt plus S.
Wonderful little setting. Run JAWS from system tray from now on. So I'm going to check it.
Space checked.
And what that means is JAWS will then be in the system tray. It will not be in the way anymore when you press Alt and Tab. You won't hear JAWS. No. You will get to the JAWS window by pressing JAWS key and J. In that way, the JAWS window will not be visible on your taskbar or in the when you press Alt Tab. Okay, so let's go to net. Let's go on Tab again.
Prompt to confirm when exiting JAWS. Checkbox checked. To clear check.
Okay, another checkbox which we can clear or check with a spacebar. So here, when you uncheck the box and you press JAWS key plus F4, JAWS will simply quit. It won't ask you if it must quit or not.
Back button to next button to act.
Let's go to next.
Enter common options. Smart navigation controls and tables radio button checked. 4 of 4. To change the select.
Now this has to do with the internet
Controls and tables radio.
and the way web pages are displayed. We'll just skip that for now.
Forms mode auto radio button checked.
Forms mode is also for the internet. When you are on the internet, then JAWS will automatically enter forms mode, and then you can start typing automatically. Otherwise, if you set it to manual, then you have to press enter for it to go into forms mode.
Use keyboard layout combo box laptop 2 of 3 to change the selection.
Here you can change the different keyboard layouts between laptop, desktop, or it depends what you have there.
Use virtual ribbon menus checkbox checked.
Use virtual ribbon menus. Virtual ribbons, that's especially helpful in Office programs, Outlook, Excel, and Word, where JAWS makes it easier then to handle the ribbon.
Initial state of numlock key turn off at startup radio button checked. 1 of 3 to change the
Initial state of numlock, when JAWS starts, you can set it so that the numlock will automatically be turned off so that your JAWS keystrokes will be available immediately if you then do have a numpad.
back button to next button.
Let's go to next.
Enter verbosity settings. Tutor announce menu and control help radio button checked. 2 of 3.
Announce menu and control help, meaning that JAWS will then, it's especially useful for beginners. You can basically then have that setting where JAWS will then speak all the hints and all the help messages to you as you navigate your PC.
Access key speak all radio button checked.
Access keys, where you can tell JAWS that you want it to speak all access keys or only some.
Access key speak menus only radio.
Like menus only.
Access key speak dialogues only.
Or dialogues only. So it basically means, do you want JAWS to tell you all the access keys like Alt N for next and so forth, as we discussed in the previous lesson, where Alt O would be an access key for OK, would bring you to the OK button quickly.
Verbosity level beginner highest radio button checked. 1.
Verbosity level beginner, you get some options here: highest,
verbosity level intermediate,
advanced,
lowest,
or advanced.
Home.
Now, when you set it on beginner, JAWS will say as much as possible. If it's on intermediate or advanced, JAWS will say much less. So the more advanced you become, the lower your verbosity level can be set. But sometimes even I forget stuff when I set it on beginner. But you can also tell JAWS how much to how much to like how the, for instance, if you set your verbosity on intermediate, then you can set JAWS and tell it exactly what it should say or what it shouldn't announce.
Back button. Next button.
Let's go to next.
Enter. Braille translation.
People, this is Braille settings. I do not know if you wish me, excuse me, to discuss Braille displays. I will do that with pleasure if you wish me to do that in another lesson. But I'm going to skip this because not many of us have the, well, have the funds for a Braille display. They can be quite pricey, but there's a whole menu here for Braille displays.
Output combo box. Input combo box. Back button. Next button.
I'm going to just go to next.
Enter. Braille setting.
Some more Braille settings.
Enable. Reverse. Enable. Back. Finish.
And I'm going to press finish.
Enter. JAWS home use.
Now, that is the startup wizard. Now, you have set your JAWS possibly then to be running the system tray, but here it is still Y, you say. So let's do the hotkey to restart JAWS. In JAWS 2023, it's JAWS key space and the F4 key. Let's do it. JAWS key space and the F4 key. And now we will wait for JAWS to restart itself. Let us see if JAWS does that.
JAWS.
Lovely. Now let's see when I go to my desktop.
Windows M desktop.
Let's see if I can find JAWS. I press Alt Tab, nothing. So now JAWS is no more in my Alt Tab. When I press Alt Tab, JAWS is no longer there. So let's go and press JAWS key J.
JAWS context menu to navigate. Press up or down arrow. O. Option sub menu. O.
Lovely. There's the JAWS menu and it immediately went to options.
Windows M leaving.
Well, folks, that's all for today's JAWS lesson. Thank you for joining me, and hopefully then all will be well to present another NVDA lesson on Monday. Have a great weekend.